Namaskar friends and welcome back to my channel Living Economics. Today we are going to discuss something very important in economics, and that is economic analysis itself. What do we mean by economic analysis? When we talk about economic analysis of law, economic analysis of any policy, what actually do we mean by economic analysis? What actually do we mean by economic lenses? What actually do we mean by economic approach? So let us find out in today's video what exactly economic analysis is. So in this video, we will find out how to analyze the efficiency of any particular activity, any law, production, consumption, profit maximization with the help of cost and benefit analysis. When we say cost and benefit analysis, mostly we are talking about marginal cost and marginal benefit analysis. So let us go and learn. Okay, in order to understand the cost benefit analysis, especially the marginal cost and benefit analysis, I have taken an example to represent how individual makes decision based on their marginal benefit and marginal cost. And it is not necessary that only firms who create profit, who generate profit, are thinking about cost and benefit. Any normal human being can think about cost and benefit and can decide whatever decision they want to make based on their cost and benefit analysis. Mostly human beings, individuals, those who are rational, they actually do it. Now I am going to represent the same thing in form of a graph. So we are assuming over here that there is an individual, maybe you, and you have to decide on how many days you should go for a holiday. Now, holiday has some benefits associated with it. Holiday also for you has some cost associated with it. So you will not randomly decide how many days you should go for holidays, because the number of days you should go for vacations includes some benefits associated with it and some cost associated with it. Let us see what number of days you will decide if you are a rational person based on the cost of the vacations, the number of days, and the benefits of the number of days you are there on vacation.
Before understanding the graph, let us first understand what is marginal benefit and marginal cost for us. Marginal benefit is the benefit which you receive when you are there for one extra day on vacations. In the same manner, marginal cost is the cost you have to pay when you are there for one more extra day on vacation.
So let's see with the help of a graph that on y-axis we have measured cost and benefit of vacations. On x-axis we have measured the number of days for vacations, how many number of days you would want to go for vacations, right? I have measured the cost and benefit in terms of dollars and number of days in terms of number of days. Now you can see that there is a marginal benefit curve which is sloping downwards, which is mentioned it over here as marginal benefit or MB. There is a marginal cost curve which is horizontal. We have assumed for the sake of simplicity that marginal cost per day for you going on vacation is almost constant, or for the sake of simplicity we have kept it as constant per day. You can see over here that there are some values measured: 100, 110, 120, and the number of days from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now first we will understand why marginal benefit goes down. Why the marginal benefit curve slopes downward.
The very first day of vacation gives you highest pleasure, highest satisfaction, because there are many things you have to do. Maybe you are seeing the scenery for the first time, maybe you are going for a trekking for the first time, so your level of satisfaction and happiness is highest for the very first day. Then on the second day, because you have already observed and experienced some amount of happiness and trekking and sceneries and being there in the hotel room, so the second day of satisfaction is lesser than the first day of satisfaction. And in the same manner, your third day of vacation will fetch you even lesser amount of satisfaction compared to the second day.
Now it is kind of maybe little getting boring, or maybe you're missing your friends or your family, or maybe your office as well. In the same manner, if you be there in the hotel for 4th day and 5th day and 6th day and 7th day, your marginal benefit of being there in the hotel and being there in the vacation goes down. Marginal cost of vacation is kept constant as $100, and we have taken marginal cost, not only the cost of staying in the hotel, but maybe you are missing your work, you may are missing your salary, and all these things we have included in the marginal cost, which has summed up to $100 every day. So if you're there for one day, your marginal cost including hotel bills, food and everything is $100. If you're there for second day, it is again $100. If you're there for fifth day, again it is $100. Now, seeing this marginal benefit and marginal cost curve, we have to decide how many number of days we should be there for vacations. Right now, let's say for first day, if you are there, you enjoy about $120.
In other words, you are willing to pay $120 on the very first day of your vacations.
So let's say you enjoy being there on the very first day of the vacation, equal to $120, and your cost is just $100. So there's a net benefit. Net marginal benefit is equal to marginal benefit minus marginal cost. The net benefit which you are receiving from being there in the very first on the very first day for vacations is greater by $20 compared to the cost of it. So I'll write $20 over here in order to find out the total benefit, right, for the first day. Now, the second day, when you'll be there in the hotel, you enjoy the benefit equal to 110. Then you see now your net marginal benefit is again 110 minus 100, which becomes $10. So we will add that net marginal benefit in the total benefit, which is $10 over here. So we will be adding total benefit in terms of dollars, 20 plus 10. Now the third day, when you're there for the third day, again little lesser happiness compared to the previous day. So your cost, marginal cost again same, $100. Your marginal benefit is equal to $100. So your net marginal benefit here in this case becomes 0. So we will add 0 over here as added to the total benefit. Now, if you are there for the fourth day, you are already there for the first 3 days, what you can see maximum on the fourth day? You have already went out for trekking maybe, or for have seen all the monuments over there. Now there is nothing much left on the fourth day to experience. So your marginal benefit from being there on the fourth day of vacation will be lesser compared to your previous days, third, second and first. But the cost still remains the same, because you're losing your salary, you're losing your studies maybe, and obviously the cost of being there in the hotel. So everything included in that marginal cost. Now you see over there that the benefit which you're receiving when you're there on the fourth day maybe is $90, whereas the cost is $100. So now the net marginal benefit comes in the red zone. Red zone means now you have negative net marginal benefit, which means in order to add this in the total benefit, we will write as minus 10 over here, not plus 10 but minus 10. So you see your total benefit reduces. Your total benefit reduces if you are there for fourth day, and so on, like fifth day. So if I mention fifth as 80 over here, now you are getting minus 20 net marginal benefit, which will further reduce your total benefit. So what is the best decision you can make? The best decision in this case, which do you generally make always if you are a rational person,
is that you will stay there for 3 days, because that is when you can maximize your total net benefit.
What you are seeing over here is that if you are there for 5 days, you cannot maximize your total benefit. If you are there for 2 days, you again cannot maximize your total benefit. When you can maximize your total benefit? When your total marginal cost is equal to your marginal benefit. So total benefit is maximized when your marginal benefit is equal to your marginal cost. In this case, your total benefit is maximized, and that is why your decision making, if you're a rational person, will say that you should be there for 3 number of days, equilibrium as per the rationality of the human being, not less than 3 number of days, not maybe more than 3 number of days. Because if you're suppose at the second day, you still have some positive marginal benefits to be received if you're there on the third day. So you have seen how we always stick to marginal benefit is equal to marginal cost.
Knowingly, unknowingly, we choose the number of days for vacations based on the benefit and the cost which we receive from being there. This is exactly what you have done earlier also whenever you had gone for vacations.
Hope you have enjoyed the session on marginal analysis, cost and benefit analysis. In order to know more about economics, more about living economics, you need to stay tuned with me in the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye.